BMW was one of the first European car makers to get into the electric car business. But 5 years ago, it decided that that was not enough and they need to really think the way they make electric cars. So here, then they made was what it called the Neue Klasse platform, an all-electric platform that is supposed to change the way we look at electric cars. A milestone product just like the name that it borrowed from its cars from the 1960s. The iX3 is going to be the first car to be based on this platform. Incidentally, the X3 was also the first electric car from this car maker. So let us see what the fuss is all about. So the all-electric platform, the Neue Klasse platform, is based on an 800-volt architecture. So what that means is that not only is it quick in terms of charging, but also gives fantastic range that no electric BMW has given so far. Also, a host of features that are inside. But let me get you to the first most obvious change with this new car, and that is the face. The grille, as you notice, has become much smaller. Well, those who are complaining about the really big grilles on BMWs will probably like this. And there is a reason why they've reduced the grille. One is that it draws inspiration from the Neue Klasse sedans from the 1960s. You can see that the proportions are huge. This is nearly 4.7 meters long, and a lot of thought has gone behind making it a very minimalist sort of design. Sustainability, of course, is to the core, so these large 22-inch wheels are also made from recycled aluminium. Almost 70% of it is recycled. So that's a kind of thought process that has gone in various aspects, which I will tell you one by one. Now the hatch again doesn't really carry over from the front design, but it looks really almost like a petrol or a diesel BMW with its traditional tail lamps. And this hides a reasonably sized boot, complete with more storage space. Despite being almost 1.9 meters wide and more than 1.6 meters tall, this car achieves a drag coefficient of just 0.24, which is quite slippery by SUV standards. Does the overall shape remind you of the bigger iX? Let us know in the comments. Well, if the exteriors is a remarkable difference from what it has been doing so far, you have to look at the interiors of the vehicle. This is probably one of the most exotic that they've ever made in recent times. Everything made from recycled materials. A lot of things have gone into ensuring that it looks unique and sets the benchmark when it comes to electric vehicles. One of the unique features of the new iX3 is the BMW panoramic iDrive powered by the new operating system X. This system blends a panoramic vision display across the windscreen at the lower end with voice and gesture inputs and customizable My modes. Other highlights include adaptive ambient lighting, premium materials, multiple interior trim themes, and BMW iconic glow package with immersive lighting and sound sequences to welcome occupants. It is supposed to be more helpful while driving, and driving is at the core of this car. If you look at the central touchscreen also, they have not gone in for a full-length screen. Instead, they've got a very odd-shaped one. And if you notice, the reason is that it becomes easier and accessible to the driver. The steering wheel, again, very unique and very different than what we have seen in any car. So this car will boast of features that you've probably not seen on any BMW ever. The new iX3 is powered by the 6th generation BMW eDrive system that features high voltage batteries with cylindrical cell-to-pack design and an integrated structural pack. This offers about 20% greater energy density. Usable battery capacity is 108.7 kWh, enabling up to 805 km of range in the WLTP cycle. The 800-volt architecture allows a peak charging of up to 400 kilowatts. BMW claims that only 10 minutes of charging at a 200 kilowatt DC charger can juice up the car to last for 372 kilometers. 10% to 8% charge at such a fast charger will take only 21 minutes. Now, one of the differences with this car is, of course, I told you about its battery architecture, and that has ensured that the floor doesn't rise too much high. Now, I'm sitting here behind and it looks like there's enough space for 3 passengers with a really flat board. The under thigh support, yes, could be slightly better, but it's nothing to be complaining about. Overall, it feels very comfortable and spacious. They're given AC vents at the rear, which is going to be very important in Indian weather. This new iX350 xDrive spec delivers 345 kilowatt of power, which is roughly 463 brake horsepower, and 645 Newton meters of peak torque through a dual motor all-wheel drive configuration. Acceleration from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour is achieved in under 5 seconds, with a top speed of 210 kilometers per hour. Efficiency has improved compared to previous generation iX3 by a lot. Drivetrain energy losses is claimed to have reduced by 40% and weight by 10%. Not only that, BMW says that the new iX3 is also cheaper to manufacture by 20%. The first generation iX3 never came to India. However, there are plans to bring this one to India probably towards the end of next year. I think it will still set you back around 1 crore. What do you think of this car? Do let us know in the comments and keep following Car and Bike.